Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight, a blast from the past. The king has returned. Spartan, you are not the king. I'm not talking about me, okay? I know what you're talking. Hey, we are talking about the king of the cruisers, the Baltimore. Or I guess it'd be more the queen of the cruisers with the Des Moines in the game. But still. This ship, one of the most busted cruisers at the tier, always has been. It's not really in question, I think. And despite everybody being like, well, Spartan, it doesn't have torpedoes. I don't care if it doesn't have torpedoes. You don't need torpedoes. All right, if you rely on torpedoes, you have a skill issue. Just say. You're in a cruiser. You have the highest DPMs in the game. Learn to use that DPM to your advantage. Stop relying on torpedoes, and you will be introduced to a whole new class of cruisers that are just absolutely incredible. Now, yes, with that being said, we are going to push the right flank. And I'll just be real honest with you guys. I try to get you guys compelling videos. I know this seems like it's something I'm saying all the time anymore, but God bless America. Should I have to play for 6 hours a day just to get one video that isn't a raffle stomp? Like, seriously, what is wrong with these people? When will people learn that if you're spawning in, don't leave your side, first of all, and stop sailing broadside all the time? Those two things contribute to people getting raffle stomped. Period. Alright, but I digress. There's nothing I can do about that. All I can do is keep bringing it up and keep hoping that it eventually makes a difference. But as we get ready to go behind the island, our Jaeger is going to spot the Chipayev here. So we're going to take a shot at him. He's going to immediately turn in, which is unfortunate. Those shots are going to be nowhere near him, as you can see. But as we try to get around this corner, you'll see pretty quickly that we haven't been spotted. And the enemy is going to... we have the exact same situation, right? They have a radar cruiser, we have a radar cruiser. They have a battleship, we have a battleship. They have a destroyer, we have a destroyer. It is even Stevens over here, right? Period. Like, both teams are completely the same, except they're not. Because these guys are going to play like absolute numpties, and they're going to reap the benefits of such play. But as we take a shot at the Chipayev, the enemy Udachi gets spotted. And notice that I don't turn away from the Udachi. I'm in a radar cruiser. I turn towards the Udachi. I also managed to dodge the shots from the Amagi completely by accident by turning towards the Udachi, which is ideal. But we absolutely crush him. The Jaeger doing what he's supposed to do, which is firing his guns. He has the advantage in this fight with a gunfight, which is rare for a Jaeger. But against the Udachi, I think we can all agree that it is ideal to take that fight. And Chipayev, nowhere to be found. See, this is the difference between the two teams. Despite both teams having a radar, but despite both teams having a battleship, and despite both teams having a destroyer, one team has a destroyer that goes out and spots, okay? Both teams have a destroyer that goes out and spots, but one team has a radar cruiser that puts himself in a position to actually counter the enemy destroyer. And our Jaeger ends up taking a torpedo. How do you take a torpedo in that situation, brother? Like, seriously, how? How do you manage that? But I digress. We're out of there. The Chipayev is now turning to run away, as you do, but then he's not running away at all. We're going to go ahead and load up the AP because she's just parked broadside, and I say yes, please. Absolutely. Now we're going to fire towards the front of the ship because I expected him to see these coming and then go forward, and he does exactly what I expected, except he does have propulsion mod on, and that allows him to get forward a little bit faster than I was anticipating. I guess I should assume that everybody runs propulsion mod because most people don't have skill. They all run propulsion mod. Nobody uses, like, steering gears, hardly except me. But there's so many angry people out there right now. You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. If I don't put a smile on your face, I'm going to make you angry. That's just the way this works. But anyway, we have absolutely torn this enemy Chipayev up already, and then the Amagi just turns and runs as well. The Amagi was really the only thing in this entire lobby that had a chance against me, and that's because he overmatches me. But look at him. He's like, nope, can't be bothered. And then what happens? He puts out a single fire. How many times have we talked about putting out single fires, folks? What does it almost always lead to? Wait for it. Double fires. Every single time. Every single time. It is almost without a shadow of doubt that if you put out a single fire, you will immediately be double fired. And that was one salvo that we double fired him immediately, right? Now, Chapayev comes around the corner disrespecting my Balti, immediately regrets it. I don't play around in my Balti, alright? You may see me shooting HE at distance on battleships and stuff, but I will absolutely play the Balti as an AP-only cruiser if given the opportunity. I don't like to use the HE in the Balti because it's too easy. I prefer to actually aim my shots and do well, but as Chapayev, once again, this guy's showing all the bads. Like, he has no idea what he's doing, and it proves, like, I don't even have to shoot him again. I just sit here, wait for him to burn to death. That's the kind of, like, cat and mouse game that you get to play with cruisers in the Balti. The Balti is that strong, and a lot of people just don't. They underestimate the Balti because it doesn't have torpedoes. And oftentimes what that leads to is cruiser players that have torpedoes trying to get those torpedoes off because, ooh, the Balti isn't scary, it doesn't have torpedoes, let me get my torpedoes away. And they over-angle and immediately lose all their health because of it. Like, you don't have to have torpedoes to be amazing in a cruiser. Like, and as much as people are like, well, the Baltimore's not just, it's just not a fun ship to play, Spartan. I don't like it because it's not fun. If you can name the person that said that, well, actually, there's a couple of them out there. But if you can name the people out there that say, well, the Baltimore, I don't put the Baltimore at the top of Tier 7 cruisers because it doesn't have torpedoes, it doesn't have that fun factor. Buddy, if you have a ship that has a 27mm bow, meaning you only really have to worry about 16-inch guns and above at Tier 7, and you have ridiculous DPM on both HE and AP, you don't need torpedoes to have fun. Go out there, beat the snot out of everything. It's that simple. Now, Baltimore isn't the only cruiser that is capable of beating the snot out of everybody at Tier 7. I've never claimed that, but it is one of my favorites, and it has always been one of my favorite ships. Not just because it's American, because everybody likes to point that out, but you only care because it's American. Bullshit. Alright, you guys know I play everything, and I have a lot of different ships that I enjoy across the board at different tiers in any nation. I don't care about the nation. It just so happens that a lot of the ships that I enjoy happen to be American. Weird. Weird how that works. But anyway, as we push forward, like, this game's over. Like, it was over from the get-go. The enemy never did anything right in this entire lobby. Look at this. I haven't even taken any damage. I haven't used a single heal. We don't even have fully packed on. This is why. This is why we don't have fully packed on. Because nobody knows what they're doing in this game anymore. It's sadness. It's sadness. They all run away at the first sign of trouble, and then they wonder why their team gets absolutely yeeted. You didn't hold your flank. You didn't help your destroyer. Your cruiser didn't do anything, and then you just die. Like, what is the point of running away? Don't run away. You're only gonna die tired. Okay? You guys have seen the Mighty Jingles. You guys know how it goes. I get so much flack for that too. It's like, ah, Martin, how dare you steal from the Mighty Jingles? He's the greatest of all time. Yes, and I've watched his videos. Look at that AP though. So don't be afraid to use AP, even against battleships. I know Magi, not the strongest battleship in the world when it comes to armor, but still, I mean, you guys saw it as we smack him, or try to smack him again. And you can see, it's been a while since I've been in this, but look at the accuracy of cruisers. If you're a battleship main, like, you gotta love the accuracy of cruisers. And there's our arsonist. Something that I rarely pick up in this game, and especially in my Baltimore. But again, when everybody's just running away and nobody's really giving you a chance to use the AP, it's kind of hard to use the AP. But we put up 105,000 damage. We got 3 kills. Everybody on my side of the map was killed by me. Destroyer, battleship, cruiser, 3 up, 3 down. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. But yeah, a lot of people get mad at me. Spartan, how dare you steal from the Mighty Jingles? It's like, dude, he's iconic for World of Warships, okay? He just is. I think most of us at this point in history have seen a Mighty Jingles, if not a lot of the Mighty Jingles. So it's only natural for some of those things to stick. Kind of like when people say, had to leave him with just enough to get away. Or or something along those lines. It's little things like that that become like they stick to the game, right? because I don't know, it just becomes a part of the community. But top of the leaderboard, 2,700 base XP, completely raffle stomp the enemy. 1 versus 3, no problem. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.